10 things we owe to the moon landing. 1. Invisible braces. NASA didn't invent braces, but they created a material that made invisible braces possible. It's called translucent polycrystalline alumina. It's so strong, it's also used in bulletproof vests. The material is nearly as hard as a diamond. It was originally used for missile tracking. Now it's used to make clear braces. 2. Advanced artificial limbs. NASA's research led to improvements in prosthetics. They applied their knowledge of robotics and shock absorption. In 2012, a man named Zach Votter climbed 103 floors using a bionic leg. The leg was developed with NASA technology. He climbed Chicago's Willis Tower. It took him 45 minutes. 3. Nike Air sneakers. A former NASA engineer came up with the idea for lightweight running shoes. Frank Rudy pitched it to 23 shoe companies. Nike was the only one that listened. They developed Nike Air sneakers. The shoes use technology inspired by spacesuits. 4. Wireless headsets. NASA created a wireless headset called the MS-50. It allowed for hands-free communication in space. The first headset used radio waves. It could transmit up to 238,855 miles. That's the distance from Earth to the Moon. The technology was adapted for earthly use. 5. Computer mouse. NASA wanted to make computers more interactive. They developed a computer in the 1960s. The first mouse was made of wood. It had only one button. It was called a mouse because the cable looked like a tail. The inventor thought it might be called a turtle instead. 6. Jaws of Life. This rescue tool is based on technology from the Space Shuttle. NASA used it to separate parts of the spacecraft. The tool was adapted for emergency rescues. The Jaws of Life can exert up to 300,000 pounds of force. That's like lifting 150 cars at once. 7. Cordless vacuum cleaners. NASA needed a way to collect samples on the moon. This led to the development of small, powerful vacuums. The technology evolved into the Dust Buster in 1979. 8. Improved tires. NASA needed special tires for the lunar rover. They developed tires that could handle extreme conditions. The technology was later used in car tires. The lunar rover's tires were made of wire mesh. They didn't need air. This design is now being considered for future Mars missions. 9. Phone cameras. The moon landing required small cameras for spacecraft. NASA collaborated with Westinghouse to develop this technology. They created a special television camera. It was much smaller than traditional TV cameras. It weighed only 7 pounds. It functioned in both bright sunlight and deep shadow on the moon. The image quality was only 0.01 megapixels. Today's phone cameras can be over 100 megapixels, but they use the same technology. 10. Improved food safety standards. The first food eaten on the moon was bacon cubes. They were chosen for their high-calorie content. They were also easy to eat in zero gravity. Astronauts also ate peaches, sugar cookie cubes, and pineapple grapefruit drinks. NASA worked with Pillsbury to ensure food safety for astronauts. They developed the hazard analysis and critical control point system. It's now used in food production